Okay, some great ways just for general ab exercises without aggravating, especially more your hips and your lower back. A good thing to know with doing too many crunches, especially heavy, you can actually pull your diaphragm down, and that actually affects your adrenal glands, and that affects many things. So look into adrenal glands, so hormones, testosterone production, concentration, stamina, endurance, all that stuff. Then other hormones or glands have to come in to help. And then it's a strain on the body, you might feel more tired, you might need more stimulants, all that stuff. So heavy crunches, not a good idea. Your own body weight is enough if you actually do it right. So remember, it's here and there. Even if you're standing, grab a cable, stretch a little bit. That's all it should be. Nothing up here should move, there should be none of this, and just something like that. So that's very good, and that way you're actually not arching your back. When these people get on these machines and start doing these crunches, they crunch, but then they crunch over like this. Where do you think so much stress and tension is going? In your lower back. So things like that to avoid. Lower back exercises, I take it to the extreme quite a bit because I like to keep my structural spine, especially on the lower part, the lumbar, 5 discs, extremely sturdy in all planes of motion. Meaning, I'll get on a 45 angle back extension, or should be called more a hip extension, and I actually get sideways on it. So I'm actually sideways, and I'm actually bending like this. Just little ranges of motion, but what that does is channel right in nice and deep to the spine. You don't go down a long way, and you don't go down and twist either. So it's just a nice controlled motion. Then switch over, and then do the other side. Just nice and controlled. You don't go down too far. The other one I do is actually I'll turn around and face this way, and do some ab crunches like this up. It's not up like that, just to here, just things like that. The next one, usually, so I'll be on the side and I'll twist down, so I'll go down without going like this. So I'm on an angle, and I actually go over, put a hand here, an arm down here, and I actually just twist back like this up to straight. So you're actually working an eccentric phase in the opposite direction of the body. So it actually develops better, I find, better lower back contraction with the obliques. So meaning whenever you go to do something, slow down or stop, your ability to slow down and your body's ability to help brace you, I find is a lot more structurally better. And you don't need any weight for this. You really don't. It's just about applying tension, thinking about the movement, and nice and slow and controlled. That's what the spine and the abs want, are things controlled to build density, support and structure. And then just normal lower back stuff. You've got to be careful with that. If you put the pad too high up, so if the pad's up here, you get a lot of restriction, and you'll go over then too far because you're feeling you're not getting enough lower back. And when you go over too far, it actually stretches out your lower back too much. So it's important to just have the pad, I find, maybe just a little bit below the hips. So I think that's actually really good, just where the pubic bone is, or just above your penis or your parts down there. Just so when you bend over, because you don't have, the idea is on a 45 or even a level, not to always go completely all the way right down, just about anywhere to sort of, so if you're there, probably about 40 degrees, maybe 50 degrees. And you just keep, I sometimes actually put my hands on my back here, or one hand or something, and if I want to make it harder, I'll put the other hand out here. But the idea is to watch yourself in the mirror if you can, and just see if you can keep that neutral spine. And that's so important if you can do that. And the idea as well is, with another thing with the abs, is not always to suck it in. The abs are designed as well to actually, so instead of sucking in, you actually go hard. So instead of going like this, you go hard, and it actually tensons everything up and allows the organs to actually stay a bit more free. So going too tight actually starts to affect things like breathing and all that. So it's good to just flex, but without sucking in. That's just a little bit more on that. Hopefully that understands you with things a little bit better. I could have done it way more with other stuff, but just giving you a few things just to follow. Hopefully that helps. Cheers.